Hi, Rod from the Fleet News Group again, and I have here today the new Peugeot ePartner Pro van. And remember, if you like these videos, please hit that like button down below, as well as the subscribe and notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with all the happenings and things going on at the Fleet News Group. I'm going to be talking about the ePartner Pro today, all-electric version of this van. I've previously reviewed the Partner Pro on another video, and if you'd like to watch that video, please click on the card that's up there. Now, well, under the bonnet here, things look a bit different with an electric vehicle than with an internal combustion engine vehicle. There's an electric motor under the bonnet, powered by a 50 kilowatt hour battery. The motor has a power output of 100 kilowatts and torque of 260 newton meters, both of which is up on the petrol motor in the Partner Pro, the 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbo, which has a 96 kilowatt power output and torque at 230 newton meters. So it's a little bit higher up there. Peugeot lists the range on this vehicle with this battery and engine combination at 258 kilometres maximum. Although using the Eco mode, I have seen it as high as 280, which is a good thing. The battery itself, Peugeot will warrant for 8 years. Well, here we are sitting in the driver's seat of the ePartner, and you can see it's quite nice in here, well laid out. First up, we've got the iCockpit design, looking at the instrument panel, all digital, over the steering wheel rather than through it. It's a nice leather wrap type steering wheel here as well. Of course, it's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, simple, easy to use dials for the fan and the temperature there as well. Very good. It's a bit of a different looking shifter there. We've got the P for park here, and you can shift the drive modes up to drive, back to reverse, and select the different power, normal and economy modes on the transmission here as well. Electric park brake, nice big easy to use vents, quite nice comfortable fabric seats, plenty of space and storage compartments, little shelf there, got my phone there as it's plugged into Apple CarPlay, a little coin holder and the like. There's a bit of a glove box in here as well, lifts up the front there, and then up the top we've even got even more storage for your order books, invoicing, paperwork, whatever you need can be put up out of the way but remain within easy reach. And the most important test of all for anyone who works on the road, the coffee cup test. Simple, easy to have a drink and put it back in that holder, nice and easy to reach. Very good. You could spend all day working here. It's a nice place to be. What's the difference in the back between the ePartner and the Partner Pro? Both have the option to have this $545 rubber floor mat in the back, which is really handy to stop the cargo sliding around. But the biggest and probably most important difference is the length of the load you can carry in the ePartner versus the Partner Pro. The ePartner has a length maximum of 2,167 millimeters from the bulkhead here to the back, whereas the Partner Pro, the petrol version, has a limit of 3,440 millimeters. That's a difference of over 1,200 mil, 1.2 meters. How's that the case? Well, if you have a look at my other video on the Partner Pro, you'll see through the bulkhead, part of it folds down and the front seat folds down, giving you length all the way from the rear right through the dashboard in the passenger compartment. For 3.44 metres of length. Don't get that in the e-partner, it's just a solid bulkhead, no little doors that open up. That's a bit of a downer. There's some other big differences between the e-partner and the Partner Pro when it comes to the load in the back. Let's run through some numbers. Forgive me, I've got to just check my notes as I go here. First up is the GVM, the gross vehicle mass. On the petrol variant, that's 2,320 kilos. However, on the electric, that climbs to 2,385, an increase of 65 kilos. The tare weight on the petrol model is 1,385 kilos, yet on the electric, obviously with the heavier battery, it jumps by 247 kilos to 1,632. But here's the payoff, or the lack thereof I should say. The payload on the petrol variant, which I've previously tested, is 896 kilos. That's the difference between the tare weight and the GVM. However, because the battery in that and the electric is much heavier, the payload on the e-partner here is only 753 kilos, a decrease of 140 kilos on the petrol variant. But if you have to tow something behind you, a trailer, you might be a tradie, you're carrying some extra tools around the trailer or materials or things like that, the brake towing capacity on the petrol variant is 950 kilos. But the brake towing capacity on the electric and even the unbraked remain the same at 750 kilos. That's 200 kilos less that you can tow with this model than you can with the petrol. There's an awful big price tag difference between the two, and there's a few shortfalls between the e-partner and the petrol model of the same vehicle. Well, what's it like to drive the e-partner Pro? It's very smooth, as you'd expect being an electric motor, very quiet. There's a lot of noise and rattle from the back, being a hollow and metallic in the back always as a van, but it's comfortable. It's got the cockpit that you look over the steering wheel into the instruments rather than through it, but it's great everyday driving. Good visibility and vision out the front, travels very nicely and comfortably. It's a good place to spend your workday. Very good. Well, what about charging? The e-partner, if you have the adapter pack to allow you to charge it off 240 volts, it'll take to charge this vehicle on 240 10 amp power point about 24 hours from 0 back to 100%. If you find a charging station like this one, which is a 7.4 kilowatt charger, 0 to 100% charge on the battery will take about just under 7.5 hours. Or if you're lucky enough to find a DC-DC fast charger, say 100 kilowatts in power, that will take you from 0 up to 80% charge in about 30 minutes. Takes a bit of planning to charge these things. You have to find where the charge stations are, and if you don't have that 240 volt adapter, which I think would probably charge it up if you're only about half charge overnight for you, makes life a little bit more difficult, but you just have to find where the chargers are. Well, as they say, tell them the price, son. The pricing on the e-partner versus the Partner Pro is quite different. The Partner Pro 1.2 litre turbo basically starts at $45,149, add $690 for the metallic grey paint job, $545 for the cargo mat in the back, and $109 for the rubber floor mats, bringing it here in New South Wales to a total drive-away price of $46,535. The e-partner, structurally, volume-wise, everything is the same, except it's powered by an electric motor with a big battery. Starting price for that is $63,034. Add $690 for the paint job, $545 for the rubber floor mat, and $184 for the rubber floor mats in the front. Even they cost more than on the petrol one. Brings it to a total drive-away price here in New South Wales, $66,548. That's $20,000 more than the petrol model. A substantial upfront difference in cost. Yes, there'll be fuel savings and the price of fuel is going up and up all the time, but over the life of the car, that's an awful lot of fuel savings you have to make up for the initial outlay price being $20,000 more. Very good vehicle, drives very well, but $20,000, that's an awful lot to consider. Well, I've enjoyed over the last few days driving the e-Partner around. It's a great little van, comfortable to drive, quiet of course, can carry most things, and it might be well suited to someone in a back to base role where it can charge overnight every night at a charging station to help you out having that full range for your daily duties as you're driving around. Maybe a council worker, something like that. Fleet should consider it. It's a great handy little van, electric, good for the environment, but there is that price tag hanging over it compared to its petrol cousin, the Partner Pro with the 1.2 litre turbo. $20,000 is a lot of extra coin to lay out for something that can't tow as much and can't carry as much, and that may well count against this vehicle in considerations. But if you don't have that much to carry but you need the volume and space, maybe like a Florist, something like that, not much weight but plenty of volume, it may well be a vehicle to consider for your business. Anyway, remember, if you like these videos, please hit that like button below, as well as the subscribe button and the notifications bell, so you can be kept in touch with everything going on at the Fleet News Group. I'm Rod, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, enjoy your day.